Good morning, everyone. This is Royce Miller coming back at you with yet another Let's Try. Today on the docket we have Casey's Kettle Chips, taco pizza flavored. So I mentioned in the last episode that Casey's is a gas station with a pizzeria that was founded and is mostly located in Iowa. Well, one of their most famous pizzas is the taco pizza, which is one of the only things with beans I'll eat on it. Oh, that is a weird smell. So here you can kind of see what taco pizza looks like. Instead of marinara, it's refried beans, then with their basic hamburger bits, and then cheese, and then after it's cooked, they top it with lettuce, tomato, and crushed up Doritos. And also they have this taco sauce that's just perfect. It's a mild but very flavorful sauce. Anyway, let's give them a try. It tastes okay, but there's like this weird aroma almost in my nose it smells like the stink bug jelly bean. Man, I'm really disappointed in Casey's. I usually really like they have good donuts, they have good pizza. Why is this so bad? I think maybe they tried to add a little bean flavor to it, and that just completely didn't work somehow. Like, the predominant flavors are basically like Dorito flavors almost. And I got kind of a spicy nacho type thing going on. I'd say it's most comparable to a chili cheese Frito. But that's not the only chips we have today. We also have New Orleans style kettle cooked potato chips. A tangy combination of salt and vinegar, sweet smoky barbecue, and a hint of spice. That does not sound like New Orleans to me. When I think New Orleans, I think, Cajun cooking. I think pralines. I think beignets. I think po' boys. I don't think barbecue sauce and salt and vinegar. Also, this might be one of the most stereotypical New Orleans things I've ever seen. Like, okay, yeah, the purple makes sense. Like the color of Mardi Gras is purple, yellow, and green. But they have a Baron Samedi style skull and a top hat here, and a voodoo doll here, and another voodoo doll next to the lamp here. New Orleans has more to it than voodoo, guys. Like, voodoo is a very small part of New Orleans. This is just a weird design choice. Like, they're good drawings. Whoever designed this did a good job. It's just, I don't know. I would have gone with like some Mardi Gras masks or something. Maybe, like what I would have done. Advertise it as a Cajun crawfish broil. Have a little shrimp flavor, have a little bit of Cajun flavor, and, call it like jambalaya or something. Well, it smells more normal than the other chips did. Sort of your classic orange tinted barbecue chip. Yeah, it's barbecue. I'm getting none of the salt and vinegar. Maybe a little hint of spice, I'm not sure. Because here's the thing. What is salt and vinegar? It's salt and tang. You know, it's a zing. But if we already have a tangy barbecue sauce, salt and vinegar is not going to add anything. Because chips are already salty by nature, and the barbecue seasoning is already going to have a bit of tang to it. Like, of all the things that you put New Orleans on, this is just abysmal. I mean, granted, it tastes good. It is a fine, serviceable barbecue chip. I am getting a few more of those vinegar notes now, but instead of Kansas City barbecue, you did North Carolina barbecue. Because in North Carolina, instead of like the brown sugar and ketchup-y sauce that Kansas City has, it's more vinegar based. My mind's running through all the like New Orleans themed things I've seen over the years. Foods, that is. There's the Nolans Benedict, which was or was that a Nolans Benedict or was that a Nolans Skillet? I think it was a Nolans Benedict, which is kind of the, a Creole way of saying New Orleans, but it was a dish they had at Perkins. If you don't have Perkins in your area, it's kind of like an IHOP. It's like an IHOP, but a little better. Just a little bit, though. And that was like, your classic Eggs Benedict, but with a little bit of Cajun spice and some andouille sausage. And then, Joe's Crab Shack had like this Cajun broil, seafood boil, which was like crawdads and andouille sausage in addition to, the crab legs and stuff. Which was good because, again, they put Cajun spice, which I'm assuming is like, your Tony Chachere's in there. What else? I can't really think of very many other like Cajun things. Of course, when I think Cajun, I go to two things. First off, my grandma Nancy has this cassette tape that she'd play of New Orleans, of like Cajun music. Trying to think what instrument is so predominant in it. I almost want to say it's the accordion, but I don't know. Anyway, and I have a lot of fond memories of her driving us to her house and that, or while that plays. And then the other thing I think of is Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which is a really heavy New Orleans, like Louisiana kind of Cajun thing going on. So, like, it's all about, a pepper plantation, there's a pirate, and like, apparently Louisiana used to be a big pirate hub. One of the main antagonists, Jacques, voiced by Jim Cummings, has this gorgeous Cajun accent. If they were looking for haunted, they come to the right place. The main villains are voiced by Adrienne Barbeau, doing a lovely French accent, because, French French Quarter kind of thing. And Tara Strong doing her own fairly decent, not as good as Jim Cummings, but very good uh, Cajun accent as well. Uh, and then of course you have the Scooby Gang. Weirdly, that's one of only a select few Scooby Doo properties where it's Billy West is Shaggy. And I think he does a good job, but I'm pretty alone in that camp. A lot of people don't. Because there's this whole thing. Casey Kasem stopped voicing the character because of a Burger King ad. Kasem is. I forget if it's vegan or vegetarian, one of the two. And he didn't want to be used to sell meat to kids. And so, like, as an apology to Kasem, they did eventually make Shaggy vegan, which makes sense for his character. The dude's a hippie. You know? He'd be reminds me of the Patton Oswalt joke. He'd be a fat vegan. Well, Oreos are technically vegan. I was like, no, that's cheating. I mean, hey, I may be fat, but at least you know why. Anyway, this is okay. Makes me wish I could eat it with sour cream. Maybe I will later, off camera. This staring out a little bit, but I don't know, man. This is weird. If you're going store brand, stick to Kroger. That's about all I have to say on that. I think that'll be it for me today. Y'all have a good one. Sorry I didn't eat more. I'm full. I had pizza already off camera. I had this. I'm done. Y'all have a good one. This is Royce Miller. I'm outie.